Hello children, how are you all? Today we are going to do writing practice and we are going to learn short story writing. How short stories are written, I'm going to teach you that. So, what are short stories? Short stories are account of fictional incidents narrated in an interesting manner. Fictional incidents means false incidents, imaginary incidents which you imagine from your own imagination in your own style. So that is called fictional. So, what does a story have? A story has one plot, one or two characters with a central theme. You should have a central theme. You should have a message in your story. A story should be short. It should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And your story should not focus on many accounts, many incidents. It should focus on only one incident because you are writing a short story. You are not writing a long story or you are not writing a novel. So, you also have to keep in mind that your story should be written in past tense. I hope you all have studied in past tense in the month of April. So, tips to remember. What are the tips to write a story? A story should revolve around the central character. There should be a main character. That main character is called central character. And there should be some or the other incident. This incident is called action. You see in the movie, no, actions taking place and that actions reactions taking place. So that is called that there should be an action in a story and the reaction of the characters. It should revolve around the central character, as I had said before. And if possible, if you are trying to bring a moral in the story, that will be fantastic. The word limit of story writing should be only 150 or 200 words. That means your story should have only 3 paragraphs, not more than that. So, there are different things that make a story. That are plot, characters, and settings. These all things, if you keep in mind, then you will be able to write your story nicely. So, what is a plot? What are characters and settings you are going to study today? So, most of the stories have a sequence, a purpose, or a reason why the story is being told. Some stories have moral, some stories have a message. So that moral message stories are very interesting for you all children. That shapes the personality of a person also. Some like to write suspense stories or simple ending, usual ending like a happy ending or a sad ending. And some stories are funny. Some like to write thriller stories, scary stories. So it is up to you to decide what you are going to bring in the story. Thrill, fun, moral, message, or simple ending. But you have to keep in mind that you frame a plot. Frame a plot means that incident should have a sequence, should have some reason, some purpose to frame that story. So you need to frame a plot, seeing the topic and develop that story according to that. Characters. Now, your story should have some characters also. those characters can be animal characters also. You must have watched Stuart Little and all animation films and all. There, what do you see? Animal characters speaking. So, in your story, you can bring animal characters also, you can bring people also, and other creatures in it, like aliens, ghosts, and all. To bring a touch of reality, it is better to base them on real life. So, instead of going and writing scary stories, thriller stories, it is better to write any story which is based on originality, which is based on real life. Because if you write stories based on real life, no, you will get ideas, because many characters will be there. Any incident you will bring, then those characters' reactions also you will bring. So there should be one main character and other supporting characters with him. We should build the characters by showing their reactions, by showing that they are admiring someone, they are afraid of something, they hate someone, they hate some things, they show love and affection. In this way, we can build a character. You don't need to build a character by stating about him that he was an honest man, he was a selfish man, he never used to spend any money or anything like that. You can simply show some incident which shows his fear, hatred, love, or admiration towards anything, and then automatically your character will build up that yes, this character was a good character, this character was a bad character. So you can see, you can make this type of scenes, you can bring in direct speech, not in indirect speech but direct speech. Direct speech means having quotes, having dialogues. Now let us come to the settings. So what is a setting? Setting means background. So when you are watching a movie, you see the films often start with the background. It is Mexico, it is Australia, it is Birmingham, it is Pittsburgh, all that. Different locations they show. So in that way, they build their stories. So you also need to make a setting. Your story can be a setting of a forest, setting of a classroom, or a market, or a home. You can make an imaginary place like a toyland, a fairyland, any type of setting you can make. You need to keep in mind that your story should have a beginning and a proper ending. You should know to end your story also. So let me give you one plot. I am giving you one plot in a sequence manner. You read that plot and frame a story. This is your assignment. Okay. So write a story on the basis of the given outlines. An illiterate boy caught for pickpocketing, sent to juvenile jail, was forced to study, and he watches French comic films on TV during free hours, attracted towards the language, requested for coaching classes, and became a French tourist guide. So illiterate boy means an uneducated boy. That means he must be surely a poor boy. So you will bring a setting of a poor boy, that he was belonging to a poor family, and naturally poverty leads to stealing. He was learning to pickpocket, caught by police, sent to jail, and there he was forced to study, and then he got education also, and then he got free time to watch French comic films where he was fascinated towards that language, and then he learned the coaching classes, and after taking coaching classes, that person started working, started standing on his own feet, and became a responsible citizen of his country. So you will frame the story on these outlines and give a suitable title to it. Thank you so much.